The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business. Right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Back into it and back at it. This is The Local Show. Thank you for joining us on this fantastic weekend as we pounce through the summer. You know what, Steve? Kelly has an interesting, or had an interesting week, and she might have another one coming up. Turns out, Kelly's my wife, for those of you keeping up with things. Turns out that she got called for grand jury duty.
Oh, no, the big one. So not jury, we get you in grand jury. You're sentenced to that for like 3 years, where you have to see all these things.
You have to, listen. You have to determine whether the case is going to go to trial. So it's kind of a different thing, a different flavor.
I think she would be great at that.
Yeah,
she's like
Kelly
leveled. She's not you.
Yeah, no, she has no anxiety about it. She's thinking to herself, "Hey, this is just like watching a television show. I can just hang out."
I could see her making logical, reasonable. I could actually. Yeah, they're going to pick her
because she likes to read and all.
Oh, they're picking her. She's
so who knows?
She's smart. No, I think congratulations.
Some people say, "Oh, it's great. It's your civic duty." I think it's horrible. I think they should just have people who want to do it, do it.
Yeah, that contaminate. Then you get. I don't know.
Yeah, but why have somebody miserable and disgruntled?
Okay, that's fair.
When they interviewed me, they said, "Would you have any problem handing down a sentence?" And I said, "Fry 'em." Yeah,
they said, "Thank you, Mr. Soccocio,"
and they dismissed me.
3 years.
So I was happy for that.
They were talking about lunch with the chicken.
Crazy. All right. Anyway, we've got a new guest to the show. His name is Tom Wolff, and he's the owner of Bath Pros. How are you there, Tom?
Doing good. How are you?
What a wonderful first name. I'll tell you what. There's a lot of great meaning that goes with the name Tom or Thomas.
Yeah, I never met a Tom I didn't like.
That's it. Same here. All right. So tell us a little bit about your background. Are you from Syracuse at all, or are you?
I grew up on Long Island. My wife is from.
Well, everybody's from Long Island.
I don't hear Long Island.
What is this? You hear the accent?
Say Long Island.
Long Island.
Okay, we got it.
Yeah. I was just telling the doctor who was just here that my daughter dates a kid in East Islip. I don't know how close to
pretty close where I grew up.
Yeah, she goes over that Throgs Neck Bridge and goes down and sees him and all that with no problem.
That's a scary bridge, Tom.
That's a scary bridge for me. Doesn't seem to be scary for her. Do you take the GW or the Tappan Zee when you go down?
GW.
Yeah, GW. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, Tom doesn't take any of them.
I hate bridges in general. So how long have you been up here in Syracuse?
About 5 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you come up with the intention of starting Bath Pros, or did you have another idea? Or?
No, so I came up, and it was around that time of COVID where...
lovely time.
Yeah, everything got weird. So
that's the right word.
I ran a contracting company for a little bit, and we did all types of home renovations. Mm-hmm. And bathrooms, we seem to be very good at. And we filled a particular niche where there were a lot of customers getting these estimates from national companies, and you might... Some of the names pop in your head. I won't say any of them.
Right.
But and they're not egregious in their pricing necessarily because they have these huge advertising costs, but we wanted to do it a little differently. So we do something very similar. We're not using acrylic or plastic or anything like that. We're using cultured stone slab. And we can generally come in at a price pretty similar to these national companies.
All right. So you redo the bathroom, but it'll be done in 5 minutes, and you'll love it. It might take a couple days, but it's
exactly. Yeah, we're not a one-day bath company, and we pride ourselves on that.
Okay,
we're not in and out. It's generally 2 or 3 days, but you get a really premium product.
So did you say, and I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, that you're going to be around the same price with a much better finished product? Is that kind of what you're saying?
Generally, we end up under
with a better product.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
We're a family-owned company. We have smaller overhead.
Is it your family, or did you buy into this?
Yeah,
okay, gotcha.
My family, the operations manager's family, is also part of the company, so I'm not the only owner.
Okay, gotcha.
So if you call the company, you're actually talking to either my wife or the operations manager's wife or another call center person. But.
So family business, that's fun, huh?
Yeah, there's some issues, but it's actually kind of nice.
No, can you leave it at the office, or is it... Here, what's at dinner? Are we talking about Tom, who's a pain in the neck as a customer, or somebody?
A little bit of both, but the phones go off at 6 or 7, and from there, our night.
Good.
You know?
So, and maybe I missed this when you were first talking. Did you come up here to Syracuse for a reason? Before COVID?
So my wife's family lives up here.
Oh, okay, that's why.
And
Okay,
I
gotcha.
lost my folks down on Long Island.
Oh,
we
sorry
never went
about
up
that.
here. Yeah, I mean, it happens.
Yeah, that happens. It does.
And
Yeah.
things change.
I like it up here. It's great.
Well, yeah, a lot slower. You know, I know that my daughter's boyfriend, he likes coming up here to go to Tully's. He really loves Tully's tenders, and they don't have one down there in the island.
Nope.
Wow, that's quite a reason to go up.
Yeah, right. Like
It's just the
Tully's
pace here.
Yeah,
I
a
mean,
little
when
slower.
you go to a home, if you're going in one of the suburbs somewhere, you pull up in front of the house and you walk in and you give them a quote or whatever you do, and it isn't this kind of a thing. I didn't get stuck on the
Everything's
highway
rush,
and have
rush,
to, I'm sorry I'm late because we're backed up on the highway and that kind of thing.
Yeah, the difference is up here. It is really difficult finding a good contractor, which is why we saw that area.
So that's an opportunity for you.
Huge opportunity, and we've got a lot of guys. They're all trained by us.
Right.
We're not picking them up at Home Depot. Put it that way.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
okay.
What side of town was your wife born and raised down up here? Do you remember?
Out of
Or-
Manlius. Yeah.
She was out of Manlius, okay. And so she works with the business now. And did either of you have a background in construction?
I had a background in construction. She actually has a background in marketing and PR.
Oh,
kind of
There we
Great.
go. All right.
started,
That's
yeah.
good.
Yeah, excellent.
No, that's good. So what's different? I mean, I heard you say it's using stone things. And how is the process different?
In a lot of ways.
Tell me a couple.
If you get a quote from a national company, they generally come in. A lot of them are really high pressure. They're trying to get you signed right away. We don't operate that way because we don't have to. I mean, right now we're booked out about 2 months.
Which is great.
Yeah, it's great. That's our average backlog.
It's great, but if I'm a consumer and I want my bathroom done, like let's say before August, it's not so great, right?
It's not great in the capacity that if you were to hire another company, they might come in a day, within the next week. But the quality you're going to get is the issue.
Yeah, Tom spends more time at the bathroom than he does at work. So that Tom, if you're
The bathrooms are very important to Italian people. Let me just tell you that.
so maybe it's worth waiting an extra month to have something that's better.
And we're hiring right now, and we're training our installers to get that backlog down to about a month. That's where we want to be. It gives people the time to think about it because, again, we don't want to pressure them. And within a month is generally where you want to be.
Okay.
Yeah, are people saying I need a quote, or are people saying I want this exactly, or are people saying what should I do?
Most of them are saying, hey, I saw your product online. I went to your website. It looks great. I want the stone. I don't want the cheap stuff. Can you come out?
Yeah.
And at that point, we sent a project manager out. We have one in Syracuse. We're also in Albany and Buffalo right now. So
Oh, no
we've got project
kidding.
managers out there.
Okay.
Gosh, that's got to be fun to manage.
It was not fun making the drives initially myself.
Right,
But I'm not doing it anymore. So
Yeah.
So the process to have a conversation, they can go to the SyracuseBathPros.com.
Yep, you can visit us right at the website, SyracuseBathPros.com, or you can call us 315-217-1150.
So I'm the guy that would call because I'd want to go, oh, I kind of want to hear that it's not a 1-800 number and I have to dial 1 and 2 and 3, and I want to have a relationship with someone working on my
Sure,
home.
yeah.
That's me. But someone could call and within a week, someone could come out and give a quote. Is that reasonable?
we can come out within a day or two.
Oh, okay. So
Oh, we get there. It's just to install. Sometimes takes a few weeks, up to a month.
Okay,
to
so
2
that's the 217-1151.
That's right, yeah.
So write that down, 217-1151, and people can have a conversation about it. But you're different, so you're not the plastic inserts. Is that what you didn't say it, but I'm saying
We
it.
can offer it if you're really budget conscious.
Okay.
We generally try not to. We're installing the better product.
Okay.
Right. Well, that's
Okay.
wonderful.
What about the plumbing stuff? Do you mess with that or no?
We do, and the operations manager is actually a licensed plumber and a licensed electrician.
That's
so he's
excellent.
overseeing all that. That's what I said. Our guys are really well trained.
That's a very big deal.
It is a big deal, yeah.
You know,
Well, that's good.
It's a very big deal.
Tom Wolff, thank you for being here and not having to travel back and forth over the Throg's Neck. And stay right up here.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
All right, owner of Bath Pros right there. Hey, coming up next, Steve, we're going to talk with Stefan Yankowski. He is a salesperson for North Country Storage Barns, and he's also my neighbor, Steve. So try not to embarrass me. Oh, my goodness.
Can't promise you that.
Yeah, I don't want him running out of here with his hair on fire. That's all coming up on The Local Show on 570 WSYR.